Good evening. And here we are with our Monday musing on the word shalom. Today we're going to continue with the word harmony. I'm going to be looking at some quotes about harmony. And the most telling two quotes, one of them says, "Harmony makes small things grow, and lack of it makes great things decay." Now that's some food for thought. And the other quote, which I consider a companion, even though they were made by different people, is that small communities grow great through harmony. Great ones fall to pieces through discord. And I just want you to take that and just think a little bit about it for a moment. Think about how we have seen that actually come to pass in our country in the last several months. And also, we may have seen it happen in our lives. When we have harmony, when things are in alignment, when our lives and all the pieces of our lives are fitting well together, then we can grow and we can progress. When they are not, things begin to fall off, things become undone, or are left undone, I should say. Things become a mess. And so achieving harmony or accord is essential. Now, harmony is actually a musical term, and accord means agreement. One of the things that we really need to think about is what is out of agreement in our lives? What is out of agreement in our relationships? What is out of agreement in terms of what we eat? Now, I must confess here, I've been on a diet, and I've been trying to restructure my eating, but I have one issue, and that's chocolate. I happen to love chocolate. I have so much chocolate in this house that it's terrible. I could sell it and make money. And so I've had to make it a point to disregard the chocolate, even though it's here. And sometimes I've been quite successful at that, and sometimes I haven't. But when I haven't, I've fallen out of harmony with my goal of losing weight. And even though it's 72% chocolate, which is supposed to be very good for you, it's really not very good for my hips. So I've had to learn to walk in harmony with what my real goal is. And that's one of the things that I would encourage you to do. Walk in harmony in what your real goal is. And with that, I'd like to give you another quote from the Roman historian and politician Sallust. His name was actually Gaius Sallustius Crispus. And he said, "We employ the mind to rule and the body to serve." And when it gets out of balance and the body is ruling and the mind is serving, that is when we have disharmony, and that is when we have the proverbial personal train wreck. So what I would ask you today is to take a look at what part of you is ruling and what part of you is serving. And if it's upside down, understand that your goals will never be met that way. And you'll need to bring things back into alignment. One final quote by Brian Luke Seward, author of Managing Stress, says, "To live in harmony means to live in moderation, not excess. To live with simplicity, not complexity. To slow down, know oneself, and make wise choices." And that is my musing on harmony as a part of shalom. Have a wonderful evening.